Hi everybody, Andrew Ainsworth Golf Academy. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, thanks for taking time to watch my videos. This one I've been meaning to do for some time. It's something which really bothers me actually, and something I'm slightly concerned about. I've been aware of it for some time, but I was doing a fitting the other day on a set of pings, and we get to this point in a fitting where we decide with the customer what's the longest iron that he or she wants to use. Now this was a guy who was playing off about, what was he playing off about, 10 handicap, pretty good golfer, nice ball striker. So we got to the stage, I was fitting him for a set of ping eyes actually. We got to the stage where I said, what's the longest iron you want to hit? And he said, well, I think 5 iron will be the longest iron I want to carry. And I'd like to replace the 3 and the 4 iron with 3 and 4 hybrids, as most people do these days. So we went through the fitting, this, that and the other, and he hit some hybrids, hit a 4 hybrid, and it was going absolutely miles. And I'm thinking to myself, well, there's got to be a gap, big gap between the 5 iron and the 4 iron opening up. So I delved into this a little bit more. So what I've done today is I've done a test with a Ping Eye 4 iron. This is standard length, it's a dynamic gold shaft in here, S300, and I've put it up against what should be, on paper, a like for like. So I've got the Ping G 22 degree in a graphite shaft, regulars. So I thought, it'd be interesting, just to sort of punch some numbers here and see what we come back with. Did the testing with the Bridgestone Tour B33 RX golf ball, which is very good. So let's talk a little bit about these clubs first of all. I've had to make a few notes because my memory is not good enough to remember all these facts. We go on to the Ping Eye 4 iron, folks. Length 38.5 inches. Okay. Length of the hybrid 39.75. So we're already 1.25 inches up on length with the hybrid. Let's go on to loft. Loft of the Ping Eye 4 iron standard 23 degrees, 22 degrees. So it goes without saying we're 1 degree stronger. Shaft weight, interesting. I mean, all hybrids these days are pretty much fitted with graphite. Very unusual to see a hybrid in steel, or it can happen with some manufacturers. Now, if I was using this in a standard CFS steel shaft, it's a dynamic gold, which is a bit heavier, it would be 100 grams in weight. The weight of the graphite in the hybrid is 73 grams. So you can see what's happening here. We're slightly stronger loft, only 1 degree. We're 1.25 inches longer and we're lighter. So, let me just move off camera for a minute. Let me just bring up some numbers. Now, as always, I'll flash this up on screen as a photograph so that you can really see these numbers quite clearly. You might see them from here, but I'll bring it up as I'm talking on a photograph so you can see them. So I've tried to get 3 like-for-like shots. As you can appreciate, trying to hit 3 identical strikes, 3 with this, 3 with that, is pretty much near impossible. But what I do on these tests is I try and get the club speeds as close as I can. I try and take shots that are reasonably straight. So I get a 3-shot average, which is pretty similar. And you'll see that these numbers in terms of strike and club speed are quite similar. The one thing that we're all interested in here is distance, right? So the Ping Eye 4 iron, I've averaged 89 miles an hour at club speed. Carry distances, let's talk carries, not total. 181 yards average carry distance. Okay, I had a 180, a 179, a 184. If we do want to talk about total distance, it was 197, longest being a 202. We go to Mr. Hybrid, number 4. Club speed went up fractionally, 1.3 miles an hour, not much. But look at these distances, folks, these carry distances. A 198, a 201 and a 194, giving me a 3-shot average carry of 197. 16 yards more than the 4 iron. So are these like-for-like clubs? No way. They are serious difference between these 2 clubs. So it does concern me a little bit that the modern hybrid is going so far, because originally when hybrids were brought out, and the popular conception is they are like for like iron replacements. You swap a 4 hybrid for a 4 iron. That's not the case, is it? I mean, we can clearly see here that that just doesn't happen. Look at your total distance, 197. to 215, you know, so there's something going on here. I think the problems are with the hybrids is that they're maybe, in my opinion, being cut a little bit too long, which is making the ball go a bit further. Certainly with the Ping, this Carpenter steel which they're using here, the ball's coming off here quick. You know, the ball speed jumped to 126, 127, 129 ball speed was my best hit. That might have been a slight misstrike, dropped it down to 123. But you can see ball speeds with the irons, you know, around about 121, and I've gone 129. So it's just something to think about when you do go for a fitting and when you are trying to replace long irons like for like. Get on a launch monitor and try some, because the gaps are bigger than you think. And how would we overcome this? I'm not sure really. Maybe get down the grip a little bit if you want to take a little bit of yardage off it. But that gap for me would concern me, you know, it really would. But there are ways around it. So I think it's something we need to think about when we're club fitting and be aware of it. It's a nice problem, hitting the ball too far, isn't it, sometimes? I guess it's a better problem to have than coming up too short. But I hope that sheds a little bit of light on, you know, like for like, 4 irons to 4 hybrids. Look, be very interested to see what you guys and girls out there think about this. You very kindly send me your comments and take time to watch my videos and comment on them, and it's interesting. So I'd just be interested to see if anyone else has got this problem of a hybrid going too far. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. There is a subscribe button down that way, I think. It's either that side or that side. I can't remember which side of the camera I'm looking at this way, but it's down at the bottom. Click on the subscribe, then you'll get notifications of the videos. Lots more to come from Ping. Can't say too much to you because there's a product embargo at the moment. I can't tell you about it, but there is some exciting new product coming from Ping. It's basically going to be an iron, and that's all I can tell you. Sworn for secrecy, zip my mouth. I'd love to tell you, but I can't. I get my wrist slapped from Ping. So anyway, that video hopefully won't be too far away. Thanks for watching. Push your comments, give me some feedback. I'll be back soon. Bye for now.